Hey there, my name is Elman, and I am an AI researcher and an engineer. I've been part of the field for the last 10 years, contributing to the progress in AI, as well as I've seen all the latest innovations and improvements that have happened in AI for the last 10 years. And a big part of the rapid progress in the field is thanks to the researchers and engineers sharing their latest findings in form of the preprints and publications on the website called archive.org. And then because the field has been accelerating so much, the number of submissions on the website called archive.org has increased exponentially over the last 10 years and more. And it's not just that, not only artificial intelligence, right? The website archive.org covers preprints for mathematics, computer science broadly, physics, astronomy, statistics, and some of it in finance as well. So as you can see, the number of papers submitted to the archive.org has increased so much that it's becoming harder and harder to keep track of the papers in the topics that you're personally interested in and the topics in the uh, parts of the field that you work on and then you research. So in order to help researchers like me to keep track of the latest papers, I built a tool that sends you the personalized email digest of the summaries of the most relevant archive papers based on the frequency that you set. And why now? And then thanks to the Gemini, it's able to, first of all, filter and find the most relevant archive papers, summarize them in the coherent and clear form, and then finally write a very clear narrative connecting all these papers together, which is related to the topic. So just let me show you kind of like what this website does, and it's called archivepulse.com. So if I go to the archivepulse.com, as you can see, I'm already logged in, and I've already created two pulses related to my interest in retrieval augmented generation and transformer architecture variants. So what I do is I create a new pulse in the topic of my interest, which is reinforcement learning from human feedback, RLHF. I set the category of archive, so which is computer science. I set the subcategory, which is machine learning and computation and language. And I set the frequency, which is, let's say, every 3 days. And what will happen is Archive Pulse will scan all the papers that come on machine learning and computation and language subcategories of computer science. Every 3 days, it will filter out the most relevant ones with Gemini and keyword search, and then summarize all these papers and write a coherent narrative and then send it to you as an email. So when I press create the newsletter, you will see that your pulse is ready and you will be able to receive your first email digest in the next 10 to 20 minutes. And then from that, every 3 days, I will be getting the pulse and email on summaries of the latest papers on reinforcement learning from human feedback. But actually, let me demonstrate you what, in the interest of time, let me demonstrate you what Gemini managed to write for the retrieval augmented generation email digest yesterday. So here it is. As you can see that it's a pretty, it's a digest which is engaging, but at the same time, it's technical and detailed enough for the researchers like me to understand the actually what is happening in the field of the retrieval augmented generation. So I want to first highlight that Gemini managed to, again, filter out all the relevant papers. It managed to summarize them, and not only just summarize them, but also select the most relevant image from the paper, kind of like the most relevant elevator pitch image from the paper, thanks to its multimodal abilities. And then finally, once it got all the summaries of all the papers, it managed to bring them all together in this very detailed, but at the same time, quick to read email digest. And as you can see, like there are a bunch of papers here related to the retrieval augmented generation, as I specified in the ArXiv Pulse. So yeah, I'm hoping that researchers like me will be able to actually stay up to date with the relevant topics of their interests without kind of going into the archive every day and then filtering out and then trying to scan for the titles of the most kind of papers in their area of interest. And I hope that if I validate this concept with my friends in AI research and computer science, I'll be able to go beyond just arXiv and to other academic databases like PubMed, bioRxiv, to the academic databases in like medicine, biology, chemistry, law, and be able to create pulses, just a general research pulses for anyone in academia to stay update with the topics of their interest and the topics that they're working on. And I think it's the right time to work on it. It's the right time to deliver it, thanks to advanced capabilities of Gemini. Hope you like it. Bye bye.